So we've made it into the forge at Parkhead, and there's the wee bears, and you can see it here. So we've handed all Robert's stuff into hot off the press, and they'll hopefully be ready by the 30th of April. The lassie's inundated with the wee bears. You can see these are cracking. There's a wee poem there, look. First my clothing, now you're bare. Hug me and you'll know I am there. Susan was nearly lost it at that. We want to thank, what's your name?
Tracy.
Tracy, we want to thank Tracy for putting this all together. So we've got four bears coming. Me, Susan, Teeny, and me, Alfie. He picked all his own stuff, and we've left all the gear. So have you ever done hot off the press in Parkhead Forge, across for the cafe, across for Bensons Cafe? Bensons.
Best service, best prices.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Tracy.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we couldn't believe it. It's right across for Bensons is where we're getting Robert's clays put into these wee bears. Unbelievable, spooky. And Tracy's son was a helicopter technician.
An electrician, engineer.
Aye, and when he was in Afghanistan, the name of his helicopter was called Benson. That is spooky, is it not?
That's Robert just like this place.
That's Robert saying we're doing a good thing here.
Then you did get to see the fire engine.
How you doing, folk? Well, the wee woman for hot off the press has been in touch. It's Friday. She said that the bears will only be ready till Sunday. Sadly, her wee dad passed away, so you can see why they'll not be ready till Sunday. So it'll be Sunday now. We'll be heading down to get them. So I'm just going to make Susan a piece of the egg. Speak to you all soon. And thanks very much, Shuggy, for the thought of getting a cushion made up for the wee shop in Port Glasgow. The wee charity makes up cushions for loved ones lost. So thanks very much for that. I'll get the stuff to you. Anyway, I'm off to make an egg. Off to lay an egg. Well, here we go today. We're going to go and pick up the bears.
What?
Yeah, we're going to the forge, the Parkhead, and we're going to pick up the bears that the lady Tracy that hot off the press made for Roberto. We've got 4 bears. One for Alfie, one for Granda, one for Granny, one for Mummy. We're going to pick them up today. So here we go. Campsies. Sleeping warrior. Aye. People call it something else.
Sleep giant and all that, but it's a sleep warrior.
Aye, we know it as a sleeping warrior. Cathkin Braes.
And there's a car park just next to it is where Mama's ashes will get scattered.
Hi, buddy.
They're not running out the water.
Yeah, we're going for maybe June, July.
I want the pool.
I know, baby. Shocking.
It's alright, Mum, he's laughing, but as soon as you go, he's gone.
He's going first.
He go wow.
Aye.
Thanks, Alfie.
He go wow. He go wow.
He goes first.
So we're heading down to Burnside, then Rutherglen, and Kilmarnock, Parkhead, then up to the forge. It's always good when your daughter can drive, because you don't need to drive, you can just be a passenger.
Terrible one at that.
I'm a terrible passenger, I'll admit that.
Yes, that's why I don't drive.
You take that back. Right, okay.
Eagle wow.
Aye, did you hear that, Alfie?
Eagle wow.
Aye. Aye. There's a bit of sharp break in there.
It's just because I didn't hear the song.
Right, I'll see you when we get to Rutherglen.
Yeah, Mummy was born when I used to be a maternity hospital.
What was it called?
Rutherglen maternity.
That in the video.
It's in the video. Stop shouting, Alfie. In there used to be the Royal...
The Rutherglen maternity.
The Rutherglen maternity. And then that wee corner shop there. That's where I bought my first teddy. In the wee pharmacy there. A friend in Castle, Alec used to run that shop there. No,
To be the
it was a wee sweetie shop, and it was Alec. They might remember Alec's van. He used to sit in Macquarie. He used to own that shop there as well. And he stayed down here at the police station in Rutherglen. There's a row of houses there, wee Alec stayed there. How do I know that? Because I met him once when I was driving the buses. That was, I think it was the 82 terminus. And all Alec came out his house. And I jumped out the bus. Went there and introduced myself to him. And by the way, he remembered me after all the years buying loose fags off him. And when he didn't give us a fag, we got to buy a loose. Yeah, there's no opened. Because he would open up a 10-pack and sell you a loose. We used to go and go on as a stains and out his van all day. So then he would go and get a loose in the eye. He would open a packet of fags. So this is us at the main street in Rutherglen. And we're heading straight down to the houses there here. That's where Mary and Andy stayed. Stonelaw. I used to drive the buses down here.
every time you cooked the Sunday breakfast, the driver did give.
I set the smoke alarm off. Remember that, Mary and Andy? I remember once I was driving the bus, I think it was on a 46, and I needed the toilet, and I parked just down there and ran across up to Mary's house to use her toilet. And she says to me, "You want a cup of coffee?" I says, "I put a lot of milk in it." Drink my coffee, and she went, "Are you going to your work?" And I said, because I worked at a Parkhead at the time. I says, "No, I'm at my work, the bus is outside." She looked out the window and there was the bus sitting. It's hazard zone. I just went on and said to the punters, "Sorry about that, I got caught short, I had to go to the toilet." But being Glasgow punters, they were alright. So anyway, we'll see you when we get near Parkhead. And there's Dunmarnock Cross. For him, it's driving about in Rutherglen. I used to stay here. This is Dunmarnock. For the new flats that they've built. They're nice. A big shopping centre, Tesco. And that used to be Ian Skelly's in there. But it's now Arnold Clark. Me and Susan bought a motor out there. I think for the first week we pushed it. And in here there used to be Bike Rite. I used to buy all my bikes. I had 13 bikes in 10 years. I think I bought 12 off a Bike Rite. That's away now and all. So our next port of call is Parkhead Cross. See you soon. This is us down at Parkhead now. Across there you can see that used to be the athletic village for the Commonwealth Games. They built all of them for the athletics. And obviously once the Commonwealth Games finished, they gave them all back to the people. So that's what all the houses were there. And just across to my left now. You might be able to see it above the trees. I doubt it. See wee bits here. That's Paradise.
Baba.
Just there. You see it, just the top frame here.
Baba.
Can I beat the horn?
I can't beat the horn.
Baba.
This is us at London Road,
What do you mean on the pedal?
coming up to Parkhead
I
Cross,
can't do that because if I put my foot on the pedal, I go.
and that's where the depot was that I worked at Parkhead before I moved there to Larkfield. Aye, but it's still there. And there's the tavern, that's shut down now.
Baba, the Baba go now.
There's somebody getting ready for the game. Celtic and Rangers today. The Derby, Glasgow Derby. Used to be called the Old Firm, but that was when the Rangers were the old team. They're now a new team, so it's a Glasgow Derby. That's us coming up to Parkhead Cross. Used to be a pub there called Wee Man's. And after our shift, when we used to go to Wee Man's pub.
Hello, hello, hello,
Jimmy Spears, I'm going to boot your ass.
hello,
Listen to that, Wayne.
hello.
Jimmy Spears go home singing that. He went there to visit Jimmy and Janet. And he came back singing that all day. And I think Granny go home to sing that there. Aye. Jimmy Spears, you've got a lot to answer to. So, we're at the Fords now. See you soon. Believe it or not, we're in Bensons. And Alfie's got his own menu. Just waiting for Tracy to put the names on. And there's Tracy hard at work, getting them ready. So that's hot off the press. Getting the boxes ready for them. Busy, busy, busy wee woman. Well, we're doing it hot off the press. Tracy's done a fantastic job. There's with 4 bears. One for me, one for Susan, one for Teeny, and one for Alfie.
A day late.
It doesn't matter. There's his RAF badge. They're absolutely fantastic.
And he's big gay on his arm.
Yeah, big A for Alfie. Look, Alfie.
Big gay. What's up with his foot?
A big A for Alfie.
I was trying to figure out what it was. A for Alfie.
So they're absolutely fantastic. There's Alfie's.
You get down and you hold your beer.
Oh, say thank you.
If there's any rough and tumble with him, and then flies off, bring it back in and fix it.
Thanks very much, Tracy.
Did you know what they're like to go rough and tumble with them?
You've done a
They're not meant to be like
fantastic job with them. All his clays. I'm over the moon.
Well pleased.
So can't wait to take him out in the van with me. And then the other ones will go in the cabinet. So thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome. What do you get?
Clever boy.
Hello.
Ah, you're kidding me. Jimmy Spears. What else do we say?
Say Glasgow.
Goes green and white. You'll be the death of me, Alfie Fleeting. There's the bears home now. Made up of Robert's clothes. Well done, Tracy. For hot off the press at Parkhead Forge for making him up. This one here, that's going to go out in the van with me. That'll go everywhere with me. Uncle Robert, there's Alfie's. He's even got a wee pocket with his RAF badge. So well done, Tracy. What do you think, Susan?
Oh, I love them.
Huh?
Aye.
Nice, isn't it?
Aye.
And they're big enough as well. So thanks very much, Tracy. Hot off the press. There's Alfie's Uncle Robert. And you see the big A. That was a funny Robert sweatshirts, Armani. So she's left the big A on there for Alfie and Uncle Robert. Fair chuff for them. So there we go. Hot off the press. Parkhead Forge.